If you find when you're going into work in the morning that suddenly your stomach feels funny, could be butterflies, could be indigestion, not really sure. Well, at the end of the day, for many of my best clients, that feeling in the pit of their stomach is the result of a poor performer. There's somebody in their group, in their team, in their organization who's not up to par, and they have to deal with it. And what do? We We procrastinate, which only serves to worsen those butterflies, those pains that we feel in our stomach. I want to share with you a few of the ideas that I provide my best clients on how to deal with poor performers, because it's important that you deal with them effectively, because poor performance is like arthritis. It only grows and worsens over time, and in the end, it will cripple your organization. First of all, don't procrastinate. It's the worst thing you can do, and we all do it. In my past history, I've done it. What we want to make sure we do is act quickly, because it's with speed that we can deal with the issue effectively and avoid that creep, that arthritis that I mentioned. So be direct, be concise, and take action as soon as there's a problem. Secondly, you want to be consistent. So if you're putting somebody through a performance improvement program, if you're having discussions around their performance, each and every time you see that they don't follow your objectives, your goals, or what you set forth, you need to address it directly and be forthright. Consistency is the key. Think about it. If you were to get away with something when you were younger, what did you think happened? You thought you got away with it. One time my parents gave me heck, the next time they didn't, it must be okay now. That's the way we think. So you need to be consistent once you're headed down the path of performance improvement. And lastly, and most importantly, be quick, be rapid, take quick action. What actually happens when we're dealing with poor performers is they often think they can get away with things. And therefore, by using speed and by applying speed, we can catch them off guard. You know, I had an experience earlier in my career where I dealt with someone who was a poor performer, and no matter what happened, they were missing 2 days of work every single week. So I started working on performance improvement, but it didn't work. So I reached a point of giving them a written letter. It didn't work. It wasn't to the point that I brought in human resources, the union steward, and the employee, and specifically said to the employee, if your performance is not improved, there is a risk you will lose your job. Suddenly at that point, boom, their performance changed, because everyone has a threshold. And by using speed, we can reach that threshold quickly. In conclusion, if you're dealing with poor performers, don't procrastinate, be consistent in your actions, and move as quickly as possible. By applying those 3 principles, guaranteed you'll reach the threshold quickly, you'll deal with the problem, and you'll get rid of that indigestion or butterflies in your stomach.